Some Telegram mini apps have absolutely exploded, getting millions of users. But what very, very few people know is how they've made it here, what their marketing strategies were, what they did for user acquisition. It's a very small, tight knit group that actually is on the inside that knows how this is done. And I'm one of those people. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to explain the quiet way, the quiet strategies that these top Telegram mini apps are getting a huge amount of users. Okay. So if you look at the top numbers right now, these are probably outdated already. Hamster Combat 300 million, $185 million market cap, not quite 100 million. Blum 30 million. It's probably more. These numbers are quite outdated. They change day to day. But if you check the rest of mini apps on the App Store, on the Taps Store, you see they don't even have 1,000 users. And the projects are good. Some of them have good games, fun games, but they haven't really cracked the code to massive growth. So here's the thing. Every single day, new mini apps are launched, new dApps are launched, new crypto projects are launched, but most of them fade pretty quickly. But a small little group get a huge community, they reach a crazy market cap, and trust me, it's not luck. I know the founders, I know the team behind it, and it's not luck. They don't have some magical connection. Okay. They just knew something that most people don't. Now, Telegram mini apps started around 6 months ago to actually explode and go crazy and provide a huge opportunity. But in 2025, I think it's going to be even bigger. Okay. So if you take 5 to 8 minutes to go through this with me, we're gonna break down the exact strategies that all these apps have done to go from zero to millions of users. Okay, the same strategies that you can use to help position your mini app or a mini app that you're going to build to a massive, massive, massive audience. Okay, now what is the foundation behind these mini apps? It's not just building something cool, launching, and hoping for the best. It comes down to something that most founders miss completely. Okay. Telegram users need something to be able to justify why they're spending time on your app. Okay. The great thing about these mini apps is that you can give them a chance to earn rewards, right? That directly pulls them in. And Telegram has a huge, huge user base. I think it's like 2 billion users. So if you dangle a carrot in front of those 2 billion users and give them the right reward system where they really believe they're going to get a chance to earn a lot on your platform, then they won't only create an account, but they'll come back every single day. Okay. So whether you're a tap to earn, whether you're an NFT marketplace, whether you're something DeFi related, whether you just have a fun game on Telegram, um, you need that reward system. And then you need all these, the 3-step acquisition system to bring the users in and keep them engaged. Okay. Now, 3-step blueprint. First step, strategic partnerships. Okay. Don't try to build an audience from scratch, from zero. It takes so much work to get those first 5, 10, 100 users. Okay. You spend weeks and weeks, even months sometimes. And your numbers barely move. It's the hardest part about it. Meanwhile, you see other apps absolutely exploding at night. What you want is help to get out of that first little hurdle. That's the hardest hurdle, the first little mountain, because that's when you're the slowest, right? You need to get traction, you need to get momentum. So the smartest founders, they don't start from zero. What they do is tap into existing audiences. Okay, so right from the get go, they can already get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people to at least try out their app, right? They might like it, they might not, but they at least get people to try it out. Okay. So how do you do that? You partner with established projects like Notcoin, TapSwap, doesn't really matter which one. And you ask them to add your mini app as a task. Okay. So on their platform, they give people rewards for testing out, going to your mini app, opening it, creating an account, and so on and so forth. Okay. So just imagine a mini app with millions of users. They add a task to the dashboard where user earn points, right? That's going to be an insane amount of traffic. We've done a few of these campaigns. Average cost is usually 3 to 5 cents per user. Here's an example of some of the projects you can partner with, but there is a ton more that you can do. These are just some small examples, and these numbers are probably outdated. They probably have more users at this point. Okay. The good thing about these these mini apps as well is that they usually have geo targeting, so we can pick and choose which area of the world interests us most, right? Some people want the US clientele, some people want Asia, some people want South America. So you can do this, right? Depending on what your value prop is and what you're most interested in. Okay, very important. Now, just now, pro tip: if you're worried about getting bot users, what you can do is integrate Cloudflare and their bot detection systems inside your mini app, and you can filter out bots, fingerprints, check out every click, every request to make sure there's no suspicious behavior. Or you can ask them to connect to a crypto wallet, give a signature or something like that, so we can verify that it's a real person. We do this with a lot of projects, and it's a really good way to not get fake and bot users. Okay. Secondly, Telegram's ad network. So you're probably saying, Telegram ads? Telegram has ads? I didn't even know that. Are they even good? I've never heard of anybody using Telegram ads. Okay. So remember when Facebook's ads were cheap, 2017, even earlier 2017, to be honest, when you could actually reach people without just spending all your budget or spending thousands of dollars. Those days are probably gone now. And you've probably noticed that if you ran ads on Meta, every time you check your ad dashboard, you see that more costs, higher CPM, higher CPL. It's not what it used to be. Okay. And we're all doing the same thing. Everybody's on Meta or on Google trying to launch ads, trying to get the best, the most amount of users possible. But just crowded. It's overcrowded, to be honest. And while everybody's crowding these traditional platforms, something crazy is happening on Telegram. Okay. Think about it. Hundreds of millions of users on Telegram actively using the app every single day. Telegram is one of the fastest growing apps in the last few years. It just keeps on compounding and compounding and compounding, and they haven't even conquered the US market yet. Okay. So these users, they're comfortable on Telegram, they trust the platform, and most importantly, they're ready to engage with new apps instantly. Okay. And advertisers haven't caught on yet. They're still stuck with Meta, with Google. They're not ready to go to Telegram yet. So this is the opportunity that you have. Okay. You can literally, with the ad network, reach users where they already are. People are already on Telegram texting their friends, right? Or in group chats or playing other mini apps. You know where they are, right? It's a native integration, so they don't have to open up a new link, a new platform, open the browser or anything like that. It's literally inside Telegram. They don't need to download anything. They don't need to click anything externally, and super, super, super low costs. Okay. Here's some examples of a Telegram ad. Some recent campaign results. 16K spend, 280,000 subscribers, 5 cents per subscriber, really just in 2 weeks. And you can see the results here. Okay, all good. And now the third step, trust networks. Okay, here's something we've learned, after working with so many successful mini apps. Real growth doesn't come from huge flashy promotions or with people that have huge audiences. It comes from trust, from KOLs. Okay. Now, why is that? KOLs are really just community builders, right? They have their own community or they have their own audience that really does trust them, and really values their opinion. Okay. Because they've been genuine, they've been authentic, and they've engaged. When they talk about something, people listen, right? They pay attention and they take action. Now, difference with just big influencers that just have a huge following and I don't know, just make funny videos or dancing videos or anything like that, is that these people, the majority of their followers are bots, right? They don't truly engage and interact and take serious the opinion of the influencer, right? With KOLs, it's completely different. So you're not just going to get users, you're going to get the right users. Okay. People who are generally interested in what you're building and are likely to stick around. So here's how it works. You partner with KOLs. They have to have active, responsive communities. Okay. So not just large channels with high follower counts. And it has to be related to what you're doing. So maybe they have to discuss mini apps, or maybe if you're in DeFi, they talk about DeFi. If you're in gaming, they talk about gaming. And you want these people to actively use and review your Telegram mini apps, right? Not just price predictions. You want them to actually review what you're doing. And make sure, like I said, to niche it down, focus on your mini app category, DeFi apps, trading analysts, DeFi researchers, GameFi, PTE, gaming communities, review channels, NFT platforms with NFT collectors and art curators, tap to earn. So you want to focus on your niche because that's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Okay. So here's some examples of partnering with KOLs. So for example, this YouTube video, you see 150,000 views. So we're mostly focusing on people that want incentives and rewards. So we target a channel that's how to make money online, right? Which its audience is going to be people that are trying to get rewards and incentives. So that directly funnels a ton of people to the mini app. Okay. Now, what's the mistake that most founders discover way too late? Okay. So after you've done all these steps and you've driven thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of users to your mini app, there's something that you need to take into account. It's not just driving traffic, right? But you need to keep the traffic. You need to continuously engage and nurture that traffic. Okay. You already got the playbook to get the traffic. Now, what do you do now? You need to build something worth staying for. Okay. Millions of people flood in, but if your mini app is just not fun, it's not built right, it doesn't really engage the user, it doesn't hook them in. It's like inviting people to an empty house. Okay. They'll come once, get disappointed, and just never return. Or maybe they'll stay for a few days, to earn some rewards, and then they'll go. So if your marketing is dialed in, your mini app needs two things to succeed: features that keep users coming back daily, engagement, and infrastructure that can handle massive scale, right? It's not the same have a mini app for 1,000 users than a million users, right? You need to have your backend, your infrastructure, your servers on lock. Okay. Here's a perfect example. TikTok is facing a US ban, millions of users flooding to Rednote, Chinese app, okay, making it the top downloaded app overnight. But here's what's interesting. People aren't just using it as a temporary backup. They're staying. Some people even say it's better than TikTok. Why? Because Rednote was ready for this moment. The experience is actually good. The people that are leaving TikTok are turning into loyal fans. The features feel natural. Okay, users actually enjoy them. It's not just a cheap copy of TikTok that was posted, that was made in a day and uploaded. Right? It doesn't crash continuously because there's millions of users and millions of views. It was built to withhold all this traffic and actually engage them. That's the difference. That's what you want to do. You want to be Rednote. Okay. Now imagine them dropping the ball right now. They get millions of users, but they don't retain a single one. That would be a horrible situation. With the opportunity that they have to be a huge company right now, to make millions, they do not want that to happen, right? It's even more brutal in the Web3 and crypto space. You get one shot when you're trending, because crypto is up and down, to the left, to the right, diagonal. There's a new trend every week. So once you get that chance, once you get your shot to have millions of eyeballs on your project, on your mini app, you need to have a reason for them to stick around. Okay. And if you do that, if they do want to stick around and they do enjoy it, the news is going to spread. They're going to refer all of their friends. They're going to tell all the Discord communities they're in, all the Telegram groups, because that's how it works in Web3. Okay. People talk. So your app success is not just about getting users through the door. Okay, sure, the blueprint is great, but it's about giving them so much value that they can't imagine using anything else. Okay, so make sure to implement smart referral programs inside your mini app, mini games and quizzes, social features that make them interact with the rest of the community, addictive loops, okay, very, very important. Then obviously lightning fast loading times, zero crashes. You want it to be as smooth and as seamless as possible. Okay. Reward systems that pay instantly, right? Or give them some sort of dopamine hit instantly and allow them to use that currency in some way. Even if it's not on chain, what can they do with what they're winning, right? They want to see value in the tokens that they're earning. Okay. And a seamless onboarding, right? You could be an onboarding tour. It could be easy account creation, wallet creation, a 2-3 step process that easily allows them to start playing, something like that. That makes sure there's no confusion when they're playing the mini app. Okay. Now, I've built dozens of mini apps. We know what separates the winners from the losers, and it's not just about clean code. It's about understanding what makes your users stick. Okay, building the mini app with all of this let's say engagement loop, engagement features, to actually make it interesting and fun for people to come back. And we're coming up with new features that have never been out there, have never been in any mini app every week, right? To keep our users engaged, to keep our projects flourishing and growing all the time. So you need to understand the engagement loop and then making sure that it's ready for scale. Okay, ready for a huge user inflow, ready for a lot of people playing the game, a lot of people interacting, a lot of people using it all the time so that it doesn't crash. Okay. But here's the reality for most Web3 and crypto founders. Um, through all of these fails, bad mini app, crashes, losing users, then they come to us, right? Then they come to us because they're like, oh yeah, this team, they built projects like Zenrock with 45,000 active users, Supernormal 90,000 users. But why not just do that from the start, right? Why not build it right from the start? Think about what's at stake here. A huge marketing budget, lost momentum, community trust, the token launch opportunities. That all vanishes overnight if you don't get this right. Okay. So think about it. Are you truly ready? Do you have the acquisition on point? And then do you have the correct mini app with the correct features, the correct engagement, the correct readiness for scale to launch? Ask it. Ask yourself. Um, like I said, we've done the hard work. We've worked with dozens of mini apps. We've basically mastered the art, solved all the challenges. We know the ins and outs of everything. Um, you can even read some more case studies here that I've left over for you guys. That means there's only one thing left to do. If you're good to go, launch the project. Would love to see it. Would love to give you some feedback. If you think you can improve and you really want to build something that is going to be absolutely next level and get a ton of success, then you can book a call here. We'll review your mini app technical needs, share any insights that we have from other projects, and basically outline a clear strategy, clear plan to success, whether you work with us or not. Because we might not be the right fit. Um, so that's basically it. You can either go for months of trial and error because it will happen. It's not as easy as it looks, or you can get the ready build solution from the start and discuss with us.